What food have you tried liking but just can't? Peeps, the Easter sugared candy. I like to think I can digest anything covered in sugar but not that. Black licorice. I've accepted my DNA, just can't stand the stuff. Intestines, innards of any kind, and solid portions of fat on meat. One of my husband's favorite dishes is barbecued intestines, Japanese barbecue, and I can smell its appeal, but I physically can't deal with the texture. And it really saddens me because I've always wanted to eat menudo, and I know the soup is bomb AF. Loudly crying face. I think I have some sort of fat chewy PTSD from when I was forced to eat gristle off of meat as a kid. Liver, the smell alone makes me sick. Grape nuts. I hated them as a kid, but as an adult I decided to try them again, thinking maybe my taste buds had matured by then. Nope. They were still just as awful as I remembered. Wine. Every year I'll try it around the holidays with family and it's still gross. I know this is a drink, but sparkling water. I like some flavors, but I can't stand that aftertaste. Bleh. Tripe. Olives. I've tried many varieties. I always try them because they look like they'd be good, but they're just not. Kombucha smells like stinky feet and tastes like vinegar to me. I can't drink eggnog. Every year I give it a shot and try to like it, but I just can't. Matcha just tastes like grass to me. Okra. Liver and onions. Overnight oats. They're basically lumpy, cold snot in my throat first thing in the morning. I gag just thinking about adding chia seeds. Chitlins. Any kind of mushroom, it's not the texture, there is always a taste that I can't do for some reason. Beer, of any kind. It always makes me very nauseous. Beets. I just can't. Octopus. The texture just isn't for me. I want to like it. The flavor is fine, just can't get over the chewing experience. IPAs. They're too overhopped most of the time, and so all it tastes like to me is pine sol. Celery. IPAs and stouts. Blue cheeses. Natto. Raw oysters. Raw tomatoes many times. Eggplant. Caviar. The salty fishy cold bubble tea texture combo makes me retch. Smoked salmon too, I'm a terrible one for cold fishy amuse-bouche. Lamb. I tried. Really. Beer. I've tried so many different kinds. Craft, cheap, different flavors, etc. It's all terrible. Ham. Even like good ham. My parents used to make the pre-made hams from Walmart and it smelled like skunk and tasted weird. Oysters. People have got to stop perpetuating this myth that trying them in different ways makes them taste any less like salty ocean phlegm. Peas. Any kind of fish and seafood. I just want nothing to do with it. The texture, the smell, none of it. Even typing this is making me gag. Don't like turkey or lamb either, TBA. Pork. IDK, I remember eating it before when I was young, but one day I just don't like everything about it, even the smell. Avocado. I know I'm in the minority here, but it tastes like someone put butter and grass clippings in a blender to me. Pea soup, just can't. Tofu. I'm trying to be more health conscious and environmentally friendly with my eating habits. I've tried tofu several different ways, but Haven Tea found a flavor style I like enough to keep eating. Cold cheese. Yeah, I'm weird. Melted cheese is amazing though. Overly tender meat. From veal to smoked pork, sometimes it's too tender to the point it's borderline gelatinous. Olives. I always want to enjoy them, but they're just terrible. Most definitely Brussels sprouts. I've tried them in so many forms and yet I still hate them. Durian. I went to a restaurant that served all the types of durian on a platter, all the way up to Musang King. Hated every bite. My fellow Asians judge me for hating it, but I refuse to be shamed. My American palate won't let me like it. There's a reason they're banned on public transport in Asia. Goat cheese. It smells goaty and doesn't really have the regular cheese taste. I'm sure some are better others, but the ones I tried were all awful. Beets taste like dirt. Sweet potatoes. Liver. Smells amazing, looks great, tastes like I'll die of starvation. Kimchi. Spicy food. Never have been able to eat it. Pickled herring. My family has Scandinavian ancestry. Pickled herring is served at every holiday meal. Once a year I say to myself that I'll try it, and every year I spit it out in disgust. Ketchup. Nauseated face, nauseated face, nauseated face, nauseated face, nauseated face, nauseated face. Any form of seafood and sushi. Blue cheese and liver. Beer. I don't know how anyone enjoys the taste. I've tried every brand suggested and hate them all. If I want an alcoholic beverage I get a hard cider or mixed drink. Olives. Parsnips. Rutabaga. Bananas. I want to like them. They're cheap, they're good for you, and they're the perfect size for a snack. I try them every couple years or so to see if my taste buds have changed, but the smell alone is enough to make me gag. Cottage cheese. Beer. Truffles. Not chocolate, the turds buried in the ground kind. Not well done egg yolk. Tomato juice. Love tomato in all other forms. Liver, of any kind. Tuna. I can't stand it in any way, shape, or form. I've tried tuna fish, tuna sushi, even a bit of cooked tuna steak. I just plain don't like it. Mayonnaise. Ranch dressing. Ick. Beets. Beets. Eggs. I don't mind them in things, but as a main dish or on their own as a side, I just don't like them. Sushi. Yogurt. I know it's supposed to be good for you, but I can't. I've tried different varieties and flavors and no dice. Asparagus, raw tomato, watermelon. Cheesecake. I feel like I'm missing out on something great, but I just don't like it for some reason. I've tried plain cheesecake and cheesecake with different flavors. I just don't like it. Tofu. Big raw tomato chunks. Totally fine, drowned in vinegar, lime juice, etc. such as pico de gallo or salsa. A plain all big tomato can fuck off. I wish I enjoyed them like some folks can from the garden. Even the nicer heirloom ones. Weary face. Pickles. Avocados in any form. Asparagus. I don't care how it's cooked. Disgusting in every form, lol. Onions. They are in so many things too. I just don't get the appeal. Steak. Probably the only person in the world, but I just don't like it. Mushrooms, collard and mustard greens, and pickles. Lamb. I'm an open-minded food guy and have tried it so many ways. Still, I am nauseated by the smell. If anyone has some secret recipe from their great-grandmother that is sure to win me over, please feel free to share. I can provide smoked meats and cheeses as trade. Balut. Uni nauseated face. Uni. Sea urchin sushi. I tried it 3 different times just to be sure.